So this is going to be a look at my Nicol Bolas Ravager EDH deck. And as you can see, we got Nicol Bolas as my commander, 4/4/4/4. Enters play, just makes him discard a card, and it can flip into this Planeswalker. Yes, I have it in clear sleeve because it's a lot easier to flip them around that way. +2, draw 2, and which is the one I use the most. But, never hurts to be able to blast a creature for 10 or a Planeswalker, or steal a big creature from the graveyard that was, like, say, an Avacyn discarded, or some other big creature. Just, nope, mine. And then the ultimate, never really bother with it, so not something I'm going to worry about there. Okay, I'll just put this to the side. And then for basic lands, we have, I got all of them full art foil lands, but we have, as you can see here, we have 1 swamp and 5 islands and 2 mountains. It's just the basic ones, and I got the Bolas full art and all foil too, so shiny lands. And then here's the non-basics. It's quite a bit larger, but they have their uses. We have Bad River and Rocky Tar Pit. I do have the better versions of these in other decks, but I just have these for right now because these are just the ones I have. I should switch them around, but I just like them. Then we have the 3 battle lands that come into play tap unless you have 2 or more opponents. Really good in Commander. So I wasn't going to get these because the only ones that we had was the one I would use would have been Morphic Pool, but once we got Train Center was announced, I thought, well, time to get them all. So I like to have a full set there. I've got 3 Scry lands here. Lands come into play tap, but let me see the top card of my deck. It's pretty useful there. And we have the 3 check lands, or as the known circle of bite lands, and yes, these are foils. Same with my Scry lands there. Very fun. And I have 3 color lands, and I think the only one that's not foil of these ones is the Reflecting Pool and the Command Tower. The Croesus Catacombs here is basically a bounce land, but better because it comes into play untapped and you can use it right away. You can use the mana right away. Got a shiny Reliquary Tower, gotta love that. Shiny Boseiju, that was kind of a pricey card. Not too bad though, but it was a little bit. And we got foil Ancient Tomb. And you guys know what those do. If you don't know, Boseiju makes your instant sorceries uncounterable, and Ancient Tomb gives you extra mana, but owies you to do so. Next, we have the 3 shock lands of this color scheme. And yes, all 3 are foil, so quiet. I just wanted them foil. And yes, I have 3 real dual lands. This one here is actually, I think, a collector's edition. It was made by Wizards of the Coast, so for the purposes of Commander, it should be legal, but as you know, those are very powerful and expensive cards, and I do actually have a non-collector's edition version of Badlands. So, onto the enchantments. We have Eldest Reborn, 5-drop enchantment, just kind of does things, makes some hand and field control, and then I can just steal stuff. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Stolen Strategy. Oh, I like those cards you guys have in your decks. Those are mine now. You can't have them. Double Vision. Yeah, let's make my anything I cast just double up. Always nice to have. Sunbird Invocation. Nice to have a, cascade-like effect. Leyline of Anticipation, very nice card, gives all your stuff flash, and you have it in your opening hand, comes into play just for free. The other last enchantment I got is Omniscience, and yes, I do cheat it out. So, on to Planeswalkers, I got a few here. We got Chandra, Torch of Defiance, mostly used for her +1 to get 2 red mana, because extra mana is always good, but the other abilities aren't bad either. And if I get her to 7, well, that's just gonna win me the game. Nicol Bolas Dragon God, because it's a Nicol Bolas deck, and having And if I have Nicol Bolas Ravager transformed into his Planeswalker form, drawing, and then I get this guy out, 4 cards a turn is always a good thing. Liliana Vest, Vampiric Tutor on legs, plus, repeatable Vampiric Tutor, plus I can make my opponents discard a card if needed, so I can get a 3rd time if they don't destroy it. Teferi Temporal Archmage, you guys know how this guy is used. Untap 4 things. Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh, just make your opponents exile 2 cards from their hand. Just pure hand advantage. That's the main reason I use him. He does have his other uses, but the main one is that +1. Nicol Bolas Planeswalker, blow the field up. It's either control a creature or destroy a land. Maze of Ith or something else. An opponent has to besage you out, just blow it up. Ugin the Spear Dragon, well, why not? It can clear the board for very little. And we go into artifacts. We have Divining Top, and really, this is pretty good. You all know what this does, so drawing cards. I do actually have a couple cards that work with this, but I don't have them in the deck normally because I only use them for nights where we get to use infinite combos. I got a Soul Ring, nice old school Soul Ring, foil Dowsing Dagger, give me some extra land, turned into a Lotus Land, always good, and 3 Signets that give me extra mana. I did not have an Commander Signet when I built this deck, and I don't know if I can get it foil, so I just use these. They work. Chromatic Lantern, fix my mana, don't have to worry about it. Primal Amulet makes my spells instant sorceries cheaper, and transform lets me copy the big ones. Always nice. Gilded Lotus, can't go wrong with that. And then the big artifact I got is the Magic Mirror. It's a big one, 9 mana. Get out, and then just draw cards. Always good to draw cards. Creatures. We have Electrostatic Field. This 0/4 for 2. Defender, but it just pings all your opponents. Always good. Baleful Strix, 1/1 flyer, Death Touch comes into play, draw a card. Can't go wrong. Nightscape Familiar, make all your red and blue spells cheaper. Combine that with Primal Amulet there. I screwed up here. Whatever. Combine it with Primal Amulet, get extra, cheaper. Gutter Snipe, well, can't go wrong with doing 2 damage instead of just 1. Vial Smasher, blue has a lot of high-powered spells that it can cast for pretty cheap, so casting, like, say, counter spells and dealing damage off counter spells, always fun. Well, just Lightning Bolt your opponents if you have your commander out, always nice, and it's a 3/1. Go fetch lands. Sad Robot is sad, but he's useful. Copy anything in play, just copy, always nice. This is always good because making your 5-drop spells or higher cost 1 less, and they can't be countered. You can't go wrong with that. And of course, if you're running blue, gotta run Consecrate Sphinx. Drawing extra cards is always good, which leads into Locust God. Every time you draw a card, you just turn those card draws into more creatures, and that's actually a win condition for the deck. It's not the only one, but that is one of the big ones. All right, instants and sorceries. We have Deliver Unto Evil. With the Nicol Bolas Planeswalker, you get 4 cards from your graveyard back to your hand. You can't go wrong with that. Time Spiral. We all know how powerful this is. I don't think I need to explain it. Temporal Mastery. I only have a couple of Taking Extra Turn cards. This is one of them, and just because if I get it from the Miracle, it's a Time Walk. You can't really go wrong with that. Carnage Temporal Sundering. There's one of the other ones. There's one other. Extra Turn plus Bounce, and it has restrictions. I tried not to have too many extra turn cards because those can get kind of annoying, even for me. Flood of Tears, this is one of the ways I cheat out Omniscience because bouncing everything and then dropping into free Omniscience is never a bad thing. Don't have a lot of creatures, at least not very good ones for attacking, so let me seal yours. That's good. Yawgmoth as well. Now, this is gold border. It wouldn't be good in the tournament, but this was an official Wizards card, so my shop, as far as I know, says that is okay because it was officially made by Wizards themselves. We got And to describe this thing just lets me cast everything from my graveyard that's still in the graveyard, so it can get me a win condition pretty quickly, especially with the next card here. Torment to Hailfire, the best X spell in the game. Just boom, 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 boom. Kill everything. This is one of my favorite cards, Diabolic Vision. Just top 5 cards, add 1 to your hand, put the other 4 back in any order. You can really set up your next few turns. This is just really underrepresented as far as I'm concerned. Here's my last take an extra turn card. Just 5 mana. It's the standard. Blatant Thiever. I'm going to take everything. Mine. That's what it does. Draw 3 cards. Turn 1. This is, if you get this right away, this is, a few turns later, you get to draw 3 cards. And if you have this when Omniscience is out, you get to cast it for free. Draw 3 cards. Speaking of Omniscience, Show and Tell. This is the other way to cheat it out. 3 mana, just put in Omniscience into play. Real fun. Demonic Tutor. Go search any of the combo cards that I need. Really, really good. Now we're going on to the instance here. And we're getting a lot of counter magic. So Dissolve, counter, Scry 1. Pact of Negation, counter. We all know how good that is. Doesn't cost anything, but I have to pay later. Rewind, free counter spell. Speaking of free, Force of Will. Always good. Ionize. This is really, really underrepresented in blue-red. Counter spell and deal 2 damage. Always nice and counters any spell. That's the best part. There is blue-black that counters just non-creature spells. Counter Squall. I don't have it in the deck. I really should find room for it. I'm just trying to figure out where to put the room. We have Bedevil. Just it destroys 1 of 3 things, which flexibility is always good. Disallow, counter spell, activate, or trigger ability. Can't go wrong with that. Ponify, blow up a creature, make it to a 3/3/8. Mystical Tutor, sure you have to reveal whatever instant sorcery you get, but you can set yourself up for a really powerful thing, especially if you have your Divine, especially if I have Divining Top out, I can just go 1 blue, go get a counter spell and put it into my hand, and my next card is going to be the Divining Top to counter you, and I counter your spell. Always good. Counterflux can't be countered, and I can overload it to hit like 2 or 3 Cascade spells. Overwhelming Denial also can't be countered, and can do it for 2 blue if I have Surge. That's always nice. Negate. Oh, that is sexy, shiny. Most of the spells in Magic are, in fact, non-creature spells. So this kit's all about 1 type of card, so that's always good. Time Stop ends the turn. I don't think we need to go how powerful that can be, but one of the best tricks is to do it while an opponent swings with everything. And it's like, nope, your shields are down, end the turn. Or don't even let him have a turn to start with. It's always fun. Undermine, counter, and make your opponent lose 2 life. Fun fact, this card actually won me a game. Bounced the creature to his hand, and then he tried to recast it, so I used this when he had like 2 life left. So I countered his creature, he lost 3 life, and it was my turn right away. It was funny. Mana Drain, I've had this for a while, so I don't think I just went out and got it recently or anything like that. Counter spell, get a whole bunch of colorless mana. Really, really powerful. One of the most powerful counter spells in the game. There's a few that I could do similar things, but this is the original and probably the best one. Speaking of original best, we have the original counter spell. And it just counters a spell, nothing extra, but this one's shiny, so I like it. Shadow of Doubt. Now, this one's interesting. I didn't know about this card until recently, but this card can counter a spell, or not counter a spell, but when your opponent tries to use a tutor, nope, you're not going to do it, and you get to draw a card. Seems nice. You block off their searching, and you get to draw a card. Always good, and it's only 2 mana. That's really nice. Rapid Hybridization, just basically Pongify, except you make a lizard token, Frog Lizard, go figure. And finally, we have Recoil. This one's actually one of my favorite cards because it can effectively get something off the field that's really hard to get rid of and make your opponent discard either the card you just bounced, which means you got rid of something that could have been indestructible or otherwise very hard to destroy, or you make him discard another card from the hand, and effectively you just 2-for-1 them. So that's the basics of the deck, and it's basically a control shell with, Nicol Bolas candy color covering. So let me know what you think. Oh, tokens. I have a zombie token just to throw people off. I don't really make zombies with this deck. I have insect tokens for Locust God. And I have my ape, my frog lizard, and my Chandra emblem. So that's the entire deck. So, and hope you like it. Bye.